All right, this is a demo of how to scrape someone's LinkedIn profile. So for example, we have Sam Parr here, and let's see how to scrape it. And yeah, we're not going to do this with Selenium or Puppeteer or anything. That's a bad idea because you have to log in, and those things are just constantly breaking. So if we can, we want to see if we can scrape the JSON first, if we can get an actual endpoint. And the priority, or what is the word? The hierarchy is first, see if we can get a fetch XHR, like JSON response. That way it's easier for us. And we also get tons more data than is just there on the page, on the HTML. Secondly, if we can't get that, then we'll search for the HTML. And then third, actually second would be if the JSON is stored in a script tag, which is happening now with a lot of server rendered platforms like Next. They'll store all of the data in the script tag, so you just get the information that's in the script tag. Third is getting the HTML and just parsing that out, much more of a pain. And then fourth, like your last resort, is search it or is reaching for Selenium or Puppeteer or something like that. So let's find out. Let's refresh, start new here, and let's search for, founder of the hustle. So what's returned is, the HTML. So that's, not great. So I'm going to see if we can find something better. So filter by fetch XHR, and I can see, okay, like the GraphQL, like that looks like that's exactly what they're going to make the requests from. And I want to search within here. Okay, response. There we go. So I'm going to search like founder of hustle. And so that's not in that response. So we're going to search here, nothing there. Here, boom. So I'm not sure why it didn't show up in the other search, because it's right here. Usually it does. But for whatever reason, it is not. So that's exactly what we want. And if you further want to see like the entire response and just be able to kind of parse it better, I just copy the response and then paste it into a JSON file in my editor. So we have like founder of the hustle. Like perfect. That's exactly what we want. If we want like first name, we have like Sam. And we're going to get a lot of Sam Parr stuff. Okay, so anyway, we're going to come over. This is actually the one that we want, I believe, here, profiles. Okay, so this is actually the one that we want right here. Profiles, member identity, whatever. So we copy as Node.js fetch, and then go ahead and paste it. Don't forget to await res.json. And since, well, first, so then you're going to just see how they're passing the data, like how they get his information versus somebody else's. So it looks like it's just the handle right here. And I think that that's it for this request. Yeah. So super easy. It looks like it's a get request. Yeah. Get request. So that's the only thing that they are passing in, which is like super easy. Thank goodness that it's just the handle. I forget what they call it, but because every handle is just after their URL. So if you have their URL, you get their handle, which you can get all of this information too. So identity dash, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, member identity. But I already have kind of done it here. And so the reason you want to copy as node fetch is you're going to get all this cookie information. So you can't just call the endpoint. You need all of this other data, which makes that copy as node fetch very handy. So then for the last one, so like if we want to get this response is not going to include the I own the hustle. I think I'm spelling that right. So then we need to find that somewhere else. So not there. Oh. Boom. So that looks like it's it. So all you do is just copy as node fetch and then paste it, right here, which I already did. So for this one, you actually need the profile ID, which you can get from the other request. But if you have just someone's LinkedIn URL, you're obviously not going to be able to get their profile ID. So you need to make that first call first. And then it gives you a bunch of JSON, like for example, this one. I think this one actually gives us the rest of it, like their education and experience. So we're going to copy the response and paste it here. And then let's see. Each morning. Let's just search for each morning. Boom. So yeah, this response gives us everything else, like the experience and education. So all you need to do now is just parse out this to make it a little bit nicer to read. And yeah, this is insane nesting. LinkedIn, I don't know why you do this. Obviously, you have a lot going on, so I'm sure that there's a definite reason. But yeah, it's insanely nested. So trick to seeing how to key into this stuff is look at the property path in your editor. And then to make it even easier, there's no way to copy the path, which is really annoying. So I don't know if I've said this in this video. If I have, whatever, I'm going to say it again. So if you want to look at it, because this is very helpful. So we're going to expand recursively, and then each morning, yeah. Then you're going to copy property path for an easier way to key into all this stuff. So with all of that done, you're going to run it. So if we run node and profile, then voila. So his education should be Belmont, University of Sydney, and St. Louis. Yeah, what way to put your high school there, Sam. Very cool. That's when I graduated. Oh yeah, I think we're the same age. He's accomplished so much more than me. So jealous. Didn't know he went to the University of Sydney. Interesting. Never talks about that on the pod. So then we can see, let's see if this is correct, if it grabbed the experience. So we have the anti-MBA, yeah, the hustle each morning, whatever. We're always having great people. Sold to HubSpot. It was amazing. We have the about, first name, last name, headline, public identifier, just a handle. Maybe I should just call that the handle. And then that's his profile ID, which will get you the rest of it. Yeah, so that's it. So let's try someone else. Let's try the co-host, Sean Purry. So we're just going to copy and paste his handle. Let's see what we get. So first name, last name, headline, my podcast gets 20 million downloads a year. Yep. And experience, yeah, about enjoy building companies. Yeah, right here. And obviously you can get this information, but yeah, this is his activity. I don't know if it's super relevant. And then his experience, chairman of the Milk Road. Yep. Has the dates. Doesn't have location. He didn't put a location. But for Twitch, it should be, yep, San Francisco Bay Area. And then gives the company URL. You know, you can grab whatever. Title, senior director of product. Boom. So Duke University for education. Boom. So pretty easy. Looks like it's working pretty well. And yeah, I think if you just maybe rotate your IP address and then slowly scrape, maybe sleep for a few seconds, I think this is going to do a lot better than scraping through one, because we don't need to log in or anything because the cookie data is already there. So seems like it'll be a lot better to scrape that way. And you can scrape lots of profiles, any profile, I think. So that's it.